Hello guys, it's Nim and welcome back to my channel. So today we are building a tiny home. And it is a tiny home for one person and it kinda reminds me like a trailer the way it looks, but again it's not on wheels or stuff like that, so it kinda looks like a trailer. In my mind it kind of is furnished like a trailer, but officially it's not a trailer. So we are building in Willow Creek at the moment, and this lot is, you have the map, you have like on the right side, you have all those, you know where the entrance is to like the magical world with the big tree? It is close to that lot. So we are now just figuring out the style that we wanted for this home, and it was kind of difficult to decide what I wanted because it was a trailer, and trailer usually don't have like very fancy doors and fancy stuff because they're like, I don't want to say they're like cheap, but they're, I forgot the English word. They're like more basic stuff. So they're more efficient, that's the word I'm looking for, efficient. And giant, when you have like giant windows, you can't, and giant doors, you can't really place a lot of stuff in there. So we are going with efficient. So we are using the cats and dog doors and the cats and dog windows, and then the giant windows are from Laundry Day, and I love them. So that is also the only reason why this home is on a medium wall height, because then I can use the Laundry Day, and I love it. Also, can we please make sure that this would be easier to do, because this is such a pain to do, because I wanted this like white trim there, but you then have to place like this weird foundation stuff first, and it's really quite weird. So anyways, we did that, and I'm getting better at it every day. So first you have to figure out this floor plan, and a floor plan basically it was just the toilets, and then the rest is all in one room. So it's kind of like a studio trailer, which in my mind is kind of like how trailers are anyway. I've never actually been into a trailer. Well, that's not true, but I've never actually been into a trailer where people actually live in. I never actually saw that. Like, it's only in movies that I've seen it. I've never actually saw it in real life. So I would like to see it though, because I'm quite interested in how it works and how it's all like laid out and where all the furniture goes. I'm always quite curious. Also with tiny homes, I'm quite curious to how that works. I mean, like, where do you leave all your stuff? That's like the most important question that I have. Where do you leave your stuff? Because I personally have a lot of stuff. I would not have been able to put all my stuff in like a tiny home like this. It's just not possible for me, but you know, anyway, that might just be me. So we are starting off with a bathroom, and luckily, like really luckily, we have the shower from the university, or Discover University, and I love that shower. I love it. I would also love it if like shower curtains. Obviously I could have just placed normal curtains, but like shower curtains, which you then place in front of it, so it's kind of look like closed off. I mean, that would be like totally amazing for me, but you know, one can wish. So we are using the Parenthood counters, which is logical because they're my favorite counters. I really like them. And we are gonna replace the fridge with this tiny fridge, so we can actually put a microwave on top of it and not having to worry about like extra counter space. So it's gonna be very efficient build. So we have a tiny fridge with a microwave on top of it, one counter for the sink, a stove, and then one counter to work on. I don't think we have anything else in this kitchen. Oh, well, we are gonna decorate it a little bit more, and I'm actually gonna place the sink on the other counter, so we can have a few towels hanging above that. And then we are going to place a little painting, if I remember correctly. And after that, we are going to place some cutlery there, and that's it. Like, that is our entire decoration. Also, I'm very sorry if you can hear all the background noises. Like, it is the same famous story whenever I start doing a voiceover. Suddenly people start like entirely redecorating their homes, so whatever. So obviously we couldn't have like a separate bedroom and then a living room because there wasn't any space, and I wanted a double bed. So we are using the Murphy bed for this. Tiny living, obviously, I love tiny living. And then also the tiny living TV, so that is like a TV, a radio, and a bookshelf all in one. Even though we are gonna place them anyways. So, and then we're gonna have this little side table with the music, and then the little lights, and then also I think those paintings, they're not tiny living, they're cats and dogs, I think. I did find it very important that we had like a desk with like some homemade decorations, and you'll see me using probably some nifty knitting stuff as well, because, you know, I'm kind of into nifty knitting now. I'm gonna sound such like a geek and such an old boring lady. I'm not old, by the way, but I'm gonna sound like a really old lady. I love knitting. I just really love it. I'm not that good at it. Like, I can knit scarves, and that's about it. They go like from really wide to small and wider. I don't know how I do that. It just happens. But I love knitting scarves, and I would like to be able to like knit sweaters and stuff like that and stuffed animals, but I'm not there yet. Maybe one day. Who knows? Who knows? What I've remembered when I was building like this home, I remembered that in The Sims 2, we actually had a sewing machine. So your Sims could like sew curtains and clothes. And that was amazing. And I remember like the animatics on it. I was like, darn it. We should totally have that in The Sims 4 as well. I mean, we have nifty knitting, but where's my sewing machine? So I can like start my own like clothes brands and stuff like that. That would be totally amazing. So like in my other build that I made and that you'll probably see, we have like this knitting chair with all the knitting stuff next to it. And I feel like it looks like really amazing. Also, Eco Lifestyle, I like discovered those leaves. I think they are so cute, and when you size them up and down, you get like really, I don't know, like a really nice vibe. I like the way it looks, really artsy and stuff, so that's kind of nice. So that's the insides for all matters. Now we are just obviously gonna place the lights. Also, like, kudos for the Sims 4 department making those like round lights, like a small version of that, so you don't have to size it down anymore. Plus it costs less, so that is just really amazing. And now we are gonna do the landscaping, and I was really wondering what I should do because I wanted to make it look cute but also not like overdone. So we are gonna place some trees, and then we are going to completely overdo it in a garden and make it like really overgrown. Already spoiling it in advance. Sorry, not sorry. And we are actually gonna use some debug items as well, and we are gonna make sure that we actually have a fence around it, and you probably already saw that in the thumbnail if you clicked on it because you saw the thumbnail. So, you know what, but I love landscaping. If it were up to me, someone else would be building my homes and I would just landscape. I love landscaping. Are there any landscaping challenges? I should look into that. There probably are landscaping challenges, there probably is. Yeah, there must have been. I'll look up for some. Let's see, that would be really fun. I need to remember that. So we're making a pathway, like split, so one goes to the front door and one goes to the garden, where we have this tiny barbecue and a picnic bench. And it was around this moment that I realized, actually we should like close it off, because you don't want to be sitting on display when you're barbecuing with your friends and then the entire neighborhood just walks by and they're like, ooh, having a barbecue neighbor, and then they all join you. You don't want that. You really don't want it. So we are going into debug and we are just gonna search for some stuff. Obviously those hanging plants, I love those hanging plants. And then we are just gonna use the first fence that we see, and I actually really like this fence. I was actually quite amazed with how much I like it, but I think it looks really good. It looks really like in the style of this trailer thing as well, so I like it. And obviously we're not gonna place it all around because I felt like it was a little bit unnecessary. And then we needed some bushes, and like in the end we were using these ones. Those are my favorite debug bushes. They are sticking through a bit, so we're gonna fix that obviously. And I think, yeah, we're also gonna place a car. So when you live here, you're like very fancy because you have a car and you have a bike, because I feel like everyone should own a bike because, you know, biking is amazing. But I might just be saying that because I'm Dutch, so who knows. Also, I can't help it, but whenever I find debug items, I just have to click and look what it is. So we are gonna use this truck, and it's kind of like a trailer truck, and I really like it. We're using some more of those lavender peaches. And then I got this really like, maybe a little bit of a morbid idea that was like, ooh, we should place like a tombstone in the back, because then maybe it will get haunted and it will be really fun. And we are using this thing as like really of a planter, so we're using like upscaling and lifting some plants to make it look really homey. And I think that is the build for now. So guys, make sure you stick around to the screenshots. Also make sure you follow me on all my social media. They are linked down below, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye guys!